Welcome to Pineview High School inside the Coach Walk Holiday Classic. Devin Dixon, the coach, Casey Winters, ready to go. Game 2 of the day for us as we've got Pineview on tap, the host school in this Coach Walk Classic. And the Pineview Panthers are ready to get a win. In fact, they are winless on the season, and they are looking for win number 1 in the tournament that they host. This is going to be a lot of fun as Spanish Fork comes in here to the pit at Pineview. Just final moments here of the JV game, and then we're going to have probably about 10 minutes put on the clock, and we're going to have plenty of time for our Finley Subaru pregame show. And, Coach, we've already had one mild upset earlier today. One of the top teams in the state, the defending 4A state champ Snow Canyon Warriors, lost to Logan earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, we watched that game, and Logan, to their credit, they grinded out that game and were able to pull away with a big victory against Snow Canyon, who's played really well up to this point in the season. And that's what's exciting about some of these preseason games is you're still trying to figure stuff out. You're still trying to figure out rotations and plays and all that kind of stuff. And so, that loss isn't going to kill Snow Canyon. May affect them a little bit in the RPI, but you can tell Logan's a good team that will, be a contender later on in the season.
Let's talk a little bit about one of the big storylines here while we have a few minutes. The UHSAA today, and then we'll dive into all the storylines of this game coming up, but they realigned and the board has passed everything for next year. And we just went from 13 teams in the 4A classification in the state of Utah to now 4 regions and I think 23 teams, depending on if you look at football or football, because there are some differences in football than there are in all the other sports.
Yeah, basketball, it looks like it'll be 28 teams.
Wow.
Which, from a coach's perspective, we talked a little bit about earlier, I don't think anyone heard us, but from a coach's perspective, you love this. Region 10 will go back to Region 9, has proved that they can compete with Provo, Orem, Salem Hills, Spanish Fork, Payson, some of these teams that we'll see. So for anyone outside of St. George or Cache Valley, I'd be a little worried. But for everyone, that's in our region, be super excited for what's going to happen the next 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun to think about and talk about what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like. But right now, this season is what matters to all the coaches, all the players. But it is fun for us in the media to kind of look ahead and go, okay, the last couple of years, you had 1 out of 13 chance to win a state tournament. Now it's going to be a lot tougher, a lot deeper fields. And, you get a lot different matchups. We've got to know Cache Valley, and Cache Valley's got to go know Southern Utah pretty well the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I'll say it now. You're still going to find Region 10 teams. You're going to find Cache Valley teams in the mix every single year. But it is nice to mix in a Salem Hills, who we saw, take Snow Canyon to overtime. They beat Crimson. They're a good team. And then, like you said, just for preseason matchups and so on, man, it just opens up the door RPI-wise, things like that. I think it's huge. And it kind of gets it back. It almost feels like these last 2 years have just been really weird, and so I like what it does scheduling-wise. I like what it does for our state tournament. Those first-round games in the playoffs are going to be even more intense. So I really like what the state did. I know we don't talk a ton about other classifications, but the 6A almost changed. They only have 3.
Yes.
And that 6A classification, if you're in 6A, I'm sorry, because you have some tough regions. You have some tough opponents night in and night out. But, it's nice that the state does this 2-year cycle. Some coaches may not love it, but I think the consensus down here was, man, let us play some of those Utah County schools that we've proven we can compete against and be successful against.
We're going to have a lot more on that topic tomorrow on the Morning Drive right here on the Fan Sports Network. In fact, Patrick Carr is going to join us 8:30 in the morning, and it's going to be a hot topic, obviously. But I think it's good news. I think it's exciting news. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the coaches in the region yet? I have not. It's just broke today.
Not yet. But just in conversations that we've had, even when I was coaching, even I asked Coach Meacham about it yesterday morning, and he's like, it should be coming out. And everyone wanted more than 13 teams. Mostly, I think, for the reason that you don't match up it's very unlikely that you'll match up with an interregion opponent in that first round of the playoffs. You know, RPI still will throw some kinks in a little bit of that, but I think everyone's going to be in favor of it. And what a great opportunity for Southern Utah to prove that we can play with the Utah County schools and we can play with the Cache Valley schools like we have. I think kids, coaches, fans, everyone should be excited about it.
No question about it. So if you haven't, you can check it out, UHSAA, at UHSAA info. They sent a tweet. We've retweeted it. You can go check it. The realignment that the board has passed for the 23-25 years, 23 to 25. So we're going to finish up all the way through the winter sports, the spring sports, but then starting next fall with football. It is interesting, though, because teams like Orem will play in 4A in every sport except for football. They'll still play up at the 5A level.
Yeah, and I was even looking at football, you know, and obviously I don't know the football side as well as the basketball side, but, man, looking at a team like Crimson, you know, and seeing who came in, I still think Crimson has an outstanding shot to go after that title, and some of our other Region 9 teams. You know, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting, and I think it's not going to take long. We've said it over and over again that, you know, our region down here is the best in the state, and it's not going to take long for people to realize how true that is. Football, boys basketball, girls basketball, volley, baseball, softball. We have some talent down here.
No question about it. We're going to see some talent on display tonight. 2 wins so far on the young season for Spanish Fork. They're 2-5. They lost to Woods Cross, lost to Payson by just 3. Spanish Fork lost to Logan by 9, and we just saw Logan beat Snow Canyon. They lost to Real Salt Lake Academy, and then they lost to Highland, but they've won 2 straight. They beat American Leadership and they beat Granger. So they do have a 2-game winning streak after starting 0-5, and that's what's facing the Pineview Panthers. They're trying to put maybe a 3-game win streak going into Christmas break because they're 0-5 entering this game, and they've lost some heartbreakers as well.
Yeah, I mean, never count Pineview out. I learned that lesson the hard way several times, you know, coaching here. They're going to battle. I don't know a ton about Spanish Fork, you know, just watching them warm up right here. They're definitely going to have a size advantage. But, you know, Pineview's proven that they can scheme around that and they can plan some things. Griffin Shepard has been playing out of his mind lately. 2 back-to-back 30-point games, I believe. Nash is always a threat. I think the key for Pineview is who's going to be that 3rd, 4th guy that steps up. You know, we just finished the JV guy. Adam Moore was hot. There's a few other guys that I think can come in and provide a spark. Kenyon Dickinson's had a big game already this season. So who's going to be that 3rd, 4th, 5th guy that provides the spark to get Pineview over the hump tonight?
Yeah, you're right. Aaron Dunn, the big guy for Spanish Fork, comes in averaging 14.4 points per game. Jackson Reese, number 5 for the Dons, averages 13 points a game. So those two do the bulk of the scoring. But Pineview has been really led by 2 guys, like you mentioned, too. So both these teams will be looking for some bench points and that trio. Maybe they get 3 guys into double figures, and that's going to be the team that maybe propels themselves to a win. This is the Findlay Subaru pregame show. Let's talk about kind of some more keys to the game. That's kind of one we just touched on, a little bit of their bench points, getting that 3rd score. But what else is going to be important? Rebounding is always big for Pineview.
Yeah, rebounding is always big. They're always a very good defensive team. You know, it seems like they've always had success if that game stays in the low 40s, you know, mid 40s, where it's not a run and gun shootout. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what Pineview's strategy here, if they've made some adjustments from the first few games. Maybe they're going to press a little bit more. Maybe they're going to go to a little more zone defense. I think the biggest key for Pineview is let's get in an offensive rhythm early. Let's get Nash some good shots. Let's get Griffin some good shots so they're not pressing real early on in the game.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You look at Moore. He has seen some varsity time a little bit, averaging 2 points a game. Could it be him that helps out? Because you look at Nash and Griffin Shepard, they're combining for 39 points on average. Just those 2 guys, 24.4 for Griffin and 14.6 per contest through 5 games. Problem is they've lost all of them. Canyon Dickinson, 8.6. Timothy Long, 6.8. But they got to have somebody else, maybe a couple, even if it's collectively 2, 3 other guys just go for 6 each or 7 each.
Yeah, and it's very doable. I mean, if I'm a guy coming in off the bench, I'm focusing on hitting open shots, making some free throws. Maybe let's go get an offensive board for an easy putback. And it doesn't have to be a big spectacular play. Just find a way to impact the game in a positive way and help, Nash and Griffin carry the load a little bit.
All right, more of the Findlay Subaru pregame show. When we come back, a couple keys to watch for. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll get you the starting lineup, some final thoughts on the tip-off here. It's the Dons and the Panthers inside the Coach Walk Classic right here on the Fan Sports Network.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Hey, welcome back. Findlay Subaru pregame show alongside the coach, Casey Winters. I'm Devin Dixon. Closing moments here before the tip-off. Pineview Panthers 0-5, slow start to the season, and they take on the 2-5 Spanish Fork Dons. How much do you pay attention to records, though, in the preseason? Really, you just got to focus on what's at hand.
Yeah, you do. And, if you look at Pineview's record, that opening weekend, they played 3 really good teams in Mountain Crest, Ridgeline, Skyview, and was competitive in all of them. And they battled. They went up to Richfield, had a tough loss, gave up 13 threes, which sounded like, they just got hot. And then Canyon View, who's a really good team this year up in Cedar City, that was a battle there. So if I'm Pineview, obviously, I'm looking at record 0-5. It doesn't look good. But we've been in a lot of games against some really good teams. So I think you just take the game that's in front of us and let's go beat Spanish Fork, who is a very beatable team.
You mentioned that Richfield. Yeah, that was a lead for the Panthers. I think they were up 1 at the half, and then the wheels just came off. And I talked to Coach Eves this morning. Coach's comments brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. All your protection under one roof. Life, auto, health insurance. Give Luke a call for a free quote today. Luke Udy and Associates, American Family Insurance. He said, we have too many lapses defensively. We're leaving too many open shooters. We're blowing assignments. And we're not going to win games until we start to fix that. He said, we've got plenty of guys scoring right now. In the past, they've had trouble the last couple of years putting the ball in the bucket. That's not the problem for Pineview this year. It's more defensively.
Which is crazy to say about a Pineview team. Hopefully it was just a one-game thing, first road game of the year, whatever you want to chalk it up to. Get a few more practices under your belt. And I imagine, Pineview's going to be back to Pineview basketball, defending, rebounding, and then grinding out some solid possessions on the offensive end.
Panthers coach Ryan Eves was talking a little bit about the Coach Walk Classic and how special it is. I can remember so many conversations with Coach Walk in his office, talking about who was going to be good every year and talking about, kids coming through and who's a 3-sport star coming up through the ranks. And I loved my sports chats with Coach Walk. He passed away a few years ago, and they've done a really good job keeping his memory alive with this tournament. And this is always a fun one. You got a bunch of Region 10 teams. And that's the other thing we didn't point out with the UHSAA's realignment that they passed today. We're going back to Region 9. They're screwing with my head, Casey.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure every banner in the gym's going to have to change, and I don't know why they just can't keep it the same, but it is what it is, I guess.
Region 10 for 2 years. It'll be good to go back to Region 9. I won't have too much trouble transitioning back to that, but that'll be exciting. I've caught myself a lot last year, not as much this year, calling it Region 9, and so I'll probably have to catch myself saying it again. But for now, we're still Region 10. In Utah High School Activities Association. They like to go, the 6As, 1, 2, 3, the 5As, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it'll actually be 8, 9, 10, and 11. There'll be 4 classifications in the 4A, and there'll be 8, 9, 10, and 11, and they're moving us back to 9. So a little shuffle of the deck there, but we don't mind. Final thoughts before we tip this off and get the starting lineups.
I think it's important, and every coach will tell you this, get off to a good start. Let's get a few stops to start the game. Let's get some quality looks at the basket, maybe get to the free throw line, and let's really take this first 4 minutes of the game, have a lead, make them call the first timeout, kind of all those cliche things that really do make a difference to get off to a good start in a game.
I look down at the Panthers bench, and I'm seeing one familiar new assistant coach, and that's Dylan Hendrickson, Screech.
Yeah, hopefully he's not going to sack a referee or something like that. I mean, that dude was a menace on the football field.
Oh, half a sack away from the all-time record in the NC2A era, and he got hurt and couldn't play the final game of the season.
Yeah, that's too bad, Dylan. He's already made his way to early morning basketball up at Nets on Fire, so, it's not going to be near as competitive as the gridiron over at Utah Tech, but Dylan's a great kid, and I know Coach Eves has spoke very highly of him and his ability to I think he coaches the sophomore team and just does a phenomenal job over here at Pineview.
Yeah, and of course you got a number of good coaches. Ben Moore, one of the great coaches here with Coach Eves. They've got a great staff. All our coaches in our region are really tremendous coaches, and we do have 3 new coaches. One of them, because of you decided to resign at Crimson Cliffs and become the director of basketball operations up there. Is that your official title, by the way?
Yeah, something like that.
Something that sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, so Coach Fairborn, easy transition, though, for Coach Fairborn to step in. He was with you as an assistant. And then Coach Schweikert out in Hurricane, new coach, and then Coach Monks up there in Cedar. So we do have 3 new coaches this year.
Yeah, and all really good guys. Very few of those programs are going to skip a beat. Crimson's already had a few big wins. Hurricane's going to do a good job. And then, obviously you have the other coach up in Cedar, Coach Monks, who's been there forever. He'll do a good job as well.
Yes, indeed. Let's get you the starting lineup brought to you by House of Jump. Hey, this holiday season, if kids want to go bounce off the walls, take them over to House of Jump. They encourage it over there. They don't want them breaking nothing at your house. And, of course, they've got arcade games. They've got the dunk machines. They've got everything to get out there and have a good time. Great place to take your kids for a birthday party. And if we get a House of Jump dunk tonight, we're going to give you a number you can text the keyword dunk to, and you'll be able to get a free 1 hour of jump time over there at House of Jump. Number 1, Aiden Lorenzo is starting. Number 22 is Ethan Beckstead, the big guy. Number 33, Aaron Dunn. You also got number 5, Jackson Reese, and I believe number 3, Kobe Healy. I already got 33, buddy. I think I'm missing number 3, Kobe Healy, yeah. And so there's your starters, brought to you by House of Jump. By the way, here come the Panthers. Want to remind you, already a couple region games in the books earlier today. Dixie was down, looked like they were going to lose. They come back and they beat Maple Mountain 71-69, so they're 6-1 now.
Solid 5A win right there against a Maple Mountain team that's always a very, very good team.
Not so good news for Snow Canyon. They lose 57-50, and that was a little bit of a surprise upset. And the Warriors were 5-1. Their only loss had been to Layton Christian, and they get beat by Logan earlier today.
Yeah, Snow Canyon will bounce back. I mean, I expect them to have a great weekend and be right there at the end. But Logan, you can tell they're a much improved team from last year up there in Cache Valley.
Starters for the Pineview Panthers: Canyon Dickinson, Timothy Long, Nash Schroeder, Griffin Shepard. and also Weston Watkins. So Weston, kind of the sniper senior for this team, as the Panthers do have a pretty good little student body section standing up right directly in front of us, and we are ready to jump it up and play some basketball in our Region 10 scoreboard updates. Again, brought to you by Nets on Fire. Pre-game brought to you by Finley Subaru. And the starting lineups brought to you by House of Jump. Tip is won by the Dons, and we are underway. Now let's play some basketball. 8 minutes on the first quarter clock. Play-by-play brought to you by Jason Baum at Bay Equity Home Loans. Down inside, shovel pass to the middle. The big guy has it ripped away by Nash Schroeder.
That's a good job on the big guy right away. And right away you can tell the big guy is big. I think Tim, if he'll hold his ground and then make him run on the other end, they can kind of neutralize the big guy.
Shot from outside by Schroeder, and in and out. Bounced around on the rim, and the rebound is collected by the Dons. Here comes Spanish 4. Lorenzo tries a backdoor pass. It's stolen away. Schroeder with another little thievery type play. He'll bring it down the left wing.
I think that's huge for Nash. Maybe let some of your defense lead to some offense. We obviously know he's a phenomenal scorer, but if he can up his defensive game, that makes him and Pineview that much better.
Of course, Nash's dad, Jake Schroeder, longtime coach with you, with Coach Judkins over there.
Jake's a bucket. I mean, if you ever want to see someone score a ball, you don't have to look very far to know where Nash gets it from.
Down inside, shot up and in. Bucket made there by number 22, Ethan Beckstead. First points of the game, and the Dons have the 2-0 lead.
And a little half-court 1-2-2 press here. Let's see if Pineview can handle it.
Panthers do get it into the front court. Dickinson out top. Canyon's going to take it to the right side, use a screen, try to go to the middle of the floor, and a little bump foul called on Aiden Solo Rosano, I think is how you say it. Solo Rosano.
It sounds good to me. I think that's right. We'll just call him Aiden.
Solozano. If you say it fast, Solozano. And nice little take there up the middle, and the Panthers even this game up 2-2. Good take by Griffin Shepard.
Griff, when he gets his shoulders low and he gets in the paint, he's one of the best in the region at finishing around the rim, and I think that's where he's got to live. And then he can make some adjustments later on. Great job again by Nash. I think that's his third steal of the game, digging down on the big guy.
They're dumping it to Aaron Dunn, and Schroeder's immediately double teaming. Now Schroeder goes from the left side with the right hand for the easy 2-point lay-in.
Great job by Nash.
Got more steals than points now. 3 steals, 2 points. Nice start defensively by the Pineview Panthers. They got a 4-2 lead. They front the post, and another takeaway by this Panther defense. Well, Coach Cheese must be preaching defense all week, huh?
Yeah, that's huge, and let's see what it can do for their offense.
3 from the corner, won't go for Dickinson. Loose ball rebound, saved in bounds to the big guy Dunn.
Pineview's done a great job. Backside help, fronting, digging down, not letting the big guy get comfortable in the paint. You can tell Coach knows he can score the ball, leading scorer, and he's going to make him uncomfortable. He's not going to let him just back someone down and get to the basket. He's going to have help coming all night long.
5:15 to go in the first quarter. 4-2 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Hard drive, Beckstead, left hand, got it. Ethan Beckstead, the junior, 6'2 junior. He's got all 4 Don's points. Here's the pressure. Dickinson races ahead. He is fast.
Yes, he is.
And Griffin Shepard spotting up a 3. That won't fall. And a steal. Weston Watkins over to Schroeder. He'll hoist and hit.
Hey, there we go.
You First Credit Union 3 ball for Nash Schroeder.
Hey, and credit to Weston right there. Those are the types of plays that we talked about in the pregame that will help Pineview. An offensive rebound, a steal right there. Weston, easiest 3 to make is off an offensive rebound. Nash had his feet set. He's not going to miss very many of those.
7-4 our score. Dunn out top. Oh, and a nice deflection out of bounds by Schroeder, denying that wing pass. All right, sneaker time. What is Nash Schroeder rocking? The pink shoes, what are those?
Oh, I think he's got the KDs on.
KDs.
I don't know what pink must be the thing right now, Dev.
I know.
There's a lot of guys out there with pink shoes. Griff's got a different shade of pink on.
High pass on a skip across court after a drive to the baseline, and it's a turnover by the Dons, and it'll be back to Pineview, and Spanish Fork wants a timeout. We're going to take it. Timeout's brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Just a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. 7-4 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
And we are back here. Appreciate the Boulevard Home Furnishings. Boulevard, our title sponsor of high school hoops here on the Fan Sports Network. This is day one of the Coach Walk Classic. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, Matt Hamlin producing. If you want to watch this game and you're driving around on a Thursday night listening on radio, just when you get home, go to thefansportsnetwork.com. You can watch this game. And a steal by the Dons. Here they come. And Reese is fouled by Dickinson trying to steal that away.
Yeah, Canyon just forced one into the high post right there, and Reese was right there waiting for it.
That's one team foul for the Dons and one now for the Panthers. So for as many steals as we've had, not too many fouls. Reese out top.
Great job by Tim Long down there on Aaron Dunn in the post. He's doing a good job making him work, not letting him get comfortable. Solid job by Tim, who's given up inches and pounds on Dunn.
Turnover again. Here come the Panthers. Checking in for the first time is Adam Moore, the sophomore. Adam, brother Mikey and Hunter.
Mikey, Hunter, and Cade. Yeah, he comes from a long line of Pineview studs.
Yep. We won't get into this discussion who's the best. Of course, Ben Moore, their dad.
I'd still take Ben, I think.
Vic can ball, can he?
He can.
He's on the IR right now, though.
Yeah.
Outside Griffin Shepard, hard dribble with the right hand, spins back to a little fadeaway, didn't get it, and Jackson Reese with the rebound.
I like Griff being aggressive. You know, that was a good shot, getting in the paint. And pretty soon, those Spanish Fork players are going to start collapsing. It's going to open up some wide open threes.
The big guy Dunn gets a Jackson Reese miss. If I'm not mistaken, Jackson Reese just signed with Brad Sutterfield to play college golf here in St. George for the Utah Tech Trailblazers.
He's a stud. I coached against his brother Benson back in my Bear River days, and I think he was a stud golfer, maybe at Weber State or something like that. Both guys could shoot it and phenomenal golfers.
They tear up the Oaks at Spanish Fork. Have you played that track?
I don't. It's probably, if I did, all I know is what was on the right side of it. So.
Dunn, the big guy, finally gets a little baby, almost jump hook to go from 6 feet out on the baseline. And it's a 7-6 game. Pineview up by 1 over Spanish Fork.
Yeah, and you can tell Spanish Fork runs a lot through Dunn. So that's going to have to continue to be a focus for Pineview tonight, is just making things difficult for him. Camden Smith's in the game now. Maybe you can wear on him a little bit.
Camden Smith, handoff to Dickinson, whips it to Schroeder in the corner. Triple threat, spin move. Oh,
hey.
My goodness. Hey, there's an AWP Playmaker Play of the Game nominee. That was pretty.
That was a quick spin by Nash. He great drive to start and that phenomenal spin move.
Nash with a steal. He's everywhere. Schroeder, you can tell he has put the time in the gym coming into this season. And a steal the other way, had it deflected. And all the way up, and a block by Dickinson, but the putback is there by Solorzano.
Great effort by Canyon to get up and block that. Just happened to go right back to a Spanish Fork player.
Solorzano with the bucket. Camden Smith out top. Panthers lead 9-8, and we got a whistle and a foul. Dickinson hit the deck. Somebody ran through a screen, it looks like.
Yeah, it looked like 22. Beckstead, he wasn't going around him. He went right through him.
Substitutions. Watkins coming back in for the Pineview Panthers. Dickinson will get a quick breather.
And your point a second ago, Dev, Nash has put in a ton of time. He played club basketball with us up at Nets on Fire on our Ignited team, went to camps and showcases, and spent a lot of time in the gym. And you can tell it's paid off.
And a hard drive by Benson Shepard, gets his own miss. The putback is no good, but he's headed to the line. You know, Nash has been a three-sport guy, baseball, football, and basketball. he finally this year hung up the cleats on the football field and is just focusing on baseball and basketball, from what I understand.
Yeah, I think he had an elbow injury at baseball last year, and so that played into it. But, I mean, you could tell he spent time ball handling, shooting, and the biggest thing that stood out in this first 6.5 minutes is his defense. I mean, he's flying around on the defensive end, which just makes him all the more valuable as Coach Eves has confidence on both ends of the floor with Nash.
John Judkins is here in the building, and of course, Jake Schroeder, assistant coach to Coach Judkins at Utah Tech. They got a home game on Saturday night against Masters College. It's a top NAI school out of California. They're no joke. They're a good NAI.
No, they've always, Masters is, yeah, they're good. So, yeah, we may have to sneak down there after all the high school hoops action and catch some Trailblazer hoops. They've been playing well.
1:26 to go, 11-8. Pineview has the lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Jackson Reese is still, finger roll lane, got it.
Quick hands right there by Jackson.
Here come the Panthers now, leading by 1. Approaching 1 minute to go in quarter number 1. Moore over to Watkins. Long now. Goes to a spin move, and it's stolen right out of his hands. Here come the Dons. Ryan Olson in the front court. Excuse me, that's not Olson, that's Whitaker, Adam Whitaker. Cross-court skip over to Healy. Kobe Healy will circle back out top. Now the shot clock, the 35-second shot clock is in effect in Utah for the first time. But they're missing a part here, Pineview, so they're playing with no shot clock. There's a straightaway three. U First Credit Union 3-ball by Jackson Rees.
Yeah, Jackson's feeling it right now. Kind of like we just spoke about with Nash on both ends. He's getting steals, getting layups, hit a 3. That's something Pineview's going to want to shut down as soon as they can.
Shepard turns, faces, 23 seconds in the quarter, and it's stolen away. Here comes Whitaker. Whitaker going to stop and pop the 3, missed it, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Panthers, and the Panthers can get the final shot of the quarter. Coach Eves quickly reaches for the bench and puts his Nash back into the game.
Yeah, Pineview's had 2 consecutive drives where the ball handler's just gone to a spin move, and there's been help there. I love the drives. Just recognize where that help's coming from. Let's kick it to a shooter.
Final shot of the quarter coming here. Or final possession. Well, maybe not. There's been quick steals all over the place. Almost another one. Dickinson goes and gets it. Down to 5. Dickinson, little give and go. Long attacks. Lane got it with 1.6 on the clock. That'll do it. On the Wilkinson scoreboard, we're tied 13-13. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout for the second quarter.
Hey, it's Caden Formaster.
And Mark Musgrave, the voice you know from Fox Sports Southern Utah.
Check out our local sports radio show, From the Bleachers, every weekday from 4 to 6 on 99.5 FM in St. George and 93.1 FM or 1400 AM in Cedar City.
Miss the show? You can find us on your favorite podcast app by searching From the Bleachers or Fox Sports Southern Utah.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Hey, welcome back to the pit at Pineview. 1983, if I'm not mistaken, the year Pineview started the new school here in Washington, Utah.
Yeah, I believe so. Long tradition of quality basketball players. Your Ben Lindquist, Andy Palmers, Cody Wilsteads. You know, there's been some hoopers come through Pineview.
There has. That's a good call. Number of great players. I don't know if we want to get into the discussion who was the best all time.
Yeah. It would be kind of fun to put some all-time teams together across Region 9 and debate it a little bit. Dixie's had some great teams, Snow Canyon, Hurricane back in the day.
I can help with that from about 2000 on. And nice move by Dunn. Aaron Dunn, he's only a sophomore, goes about 6'8", little spin move, good footwork. And Griffin Shepard throws it. And Weston Watkins was starting to cut and didn't pop back out. Turnover, Panthers.
Yeah, nothing to overreact about. Just settle down, right? 2-point game, beginning of the second quarter. Let's just get a stop right here.
Shot won't go. Rebound. Aaron Dunn put back. Oh, yeah. He's starting to get it going just a little bit. He's now got 6 points in this game.
Yeah, back-to-back buckets for the big guy. Pineview did a great job on him early.
Schroeder has a game-high 7. Shepard from outside, no. Jackson Reese has it stolen by Schroeder, but they call a foul on the thievery attempt by Nash Schroeder. That's his first.
Yeah, not bad by Nash there. The key now is don't get a stupid second one.
Right.
Right? You can't afford to get another one of those again. So if he gets the rebound, just get back. Let's play some defense.
You know, I don't think Jackson Reese saw him, so I like the idea. And he didn't have a foul, and he'd already had 3 takeaways in similar fashion.
Exactly. Yeah, first foul, you'll take that one. Just don't get another silly one.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dons. Spanish Fork trailing Pineview 17-13. Here in the Coach Walk Classic. We got 4 games coming your way tomorrow. High pass, big to big, kick out, 3 by Healy, not this time, and rebound fought for. Whitaker comes up with the ball. He'll drive hard, shoot it up over Long. That won't go. Dunn put back, no. Dunn again, no. And finally Dickinson will clear the rebound.
Yeah, way to battle on the boards right there. I mean, Dunn 2 offensive rebounds, but Pineview stayed with it and came up with it.
Schroeder backs it back out, keeps the dribble going.
Like to see Nash. I mean, hopefully he's recognizing that big guy switching on to him on the screen. That's where he's got to attack. He had number 21, bigger guy switch on to him. That's where Nash can go to work, maybe see another one of those fancy spin moves.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. A chance to thank some of our sponsors. As always, we're looking for the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. If we get over 55 points on a Thursday night, you can go get some Yogurtland. First 5 ounces are free for you and your whole family. Compliments of Holbrook Asphalt. And, of course, our 3-pointers all season long brought to you by You First Credit Union. Later on tonight, we'll be naming our defensive play of the game. That's brought to you by Morgan Pest Control, our 60 for School sponsor. For each region win, Morgan will donate $60 to that school. We've been doing it from baseball season all the way through football, and we'll do it all the way through basketball as they're celebrating 60 years. We're probably going to donate somewhere by the time it's all done of north of $15,000, probably up to maybe $20,000.
That's awesome.
Which is so cool, and those will all go directly to each school for every region win. I think Morgan's got some bonus money for playoff wins, and we saw Crimson and Desert Hills get all the way to the state championship in football this past fall. Camden Smith with the handoff to Watkins. Watkins terminates, tries to feather it in. It's deflected, but Dickinson goes and gets it. Canyon out top, clearing out Watkins. Here comes the Shepard screen. He uses it, bounces it, attacking Shepard, no. And the ball is knocked out of Dunn's hands, but controlled by the Dons.
So good action from Pineview on that wing ball screen. You know, Griff was going to the basket hard. You know, maybe you'd like to see him put it on the floor and go around the big guy right there.
Jackson Reese, You First Credit Union 3-pointer. And just like that, the Dons have pushed the lead up. Pineview has yet to score in the second quarter, Casey.
Yeah, I think this is a crucial time for Pineview. 5 minutes left in the second half. Let's get a bucket. There you go, Canyon. Big hit right there.
You First Credit Union 3-pointer by Canyon Dickinson. For Dickinson, he's got his first 3 points of the night. Now a steal by Griffin Shepard. He'll bring it across court. All the way down the lane. Spin move, attacking with the left hand, and he's fouled.
Great defense on the backside by Griffin. Got the steal, and then attacking in transition. Like we mentioned earlier, that's where he is very, very good. He is so tough to stop, can score with both hands, and very, very athletic. Great take by Griff.
And fluid running the point forward there. Train never came off the tracks, and that spin move was pretty smooth.
Yeah, they must work on those spin moves. We saw Nash with this sweet little spin move earlier. Griff, that's one of his go-to moves as well.
First free throw, no. The second one, no. And empty possession. You hate to see it. And it's a 4-point lead for Spanish Fork, and they have the basketball. Out top, Kimball Johnson drops it in low to Aaron Dunn. Back outside to Healy, over to Reese. Reese looking for some help. I think he still's got his dribble if he wants it. Uses it, guarded by Dickinson, right in his hip pocket. Kick back out to Dunn, straight away, three-point line extended. Lob it in high, and I don't know if you would have caught that pass as it goes sailing out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell Aaron's used to receiving them, not making them. You know, Nash was down there on the block against a bigger offensive player, but they just couldn't get him the ball.
Just a reminder, Gridiron University All-Star Football is coming Saturday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. It's the 4th annual Kickoff Classic. 8th grade, 9th grade, and senior showcase, all at Dixie High School. Just get your tickets at the gate. That's going to be a fun day on December 31st here in St. George at Dixie High School. Want to learn more? You can go to giufootball.com. Inside, Shepard trapped quickly, kicks it back out to Weston Watkins. Weston's going to hit it. Schroeder. Schroeder's got his dribble. Shake and bake. Step back three, bottoms up, Nash Schroeder.
Good shot for Nash, and I actually thought he had passed one up the possession before. I think he's got to be ready to shoot. Great shot right there.
That cuts the Dons' lead to 2019 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Wilkinson's House of Lighting, unique place to shop this holiday season. They got some really good gift ideas. Go check it out. Over there across the street from Fiesta Fun. Since 1946, they've been fans of local sports. Whitaker taking a three, almost banked it in, but it's no good. Rebound, Timmy Long. Here comes Dickinson. Dickinson racing ahead. Flips it to Shepard. Griff hits Long. Long looking for Schroeder, finds him. Schroeder thought about the three, gets it over to Griff. Griff, handoff, nope, fakes the handoff. Now gets Dickinson a three, and Dickinson buries it. Nothing but nylon. Canyon Dickinson, a U First Credit Union three-pointer. And all the buckets in this third quarter are coming from beyond the arc, Coach.
Yeah, great job. Just being patient, waiting for that shot to come. Pineview's notorious for that ball screen action that they run, and their last two buckets have just been Nash and Canyon reading those screens, doing a really, really good job taking what's given to them.
Whitaker looking for some help. Again, no 35-second shot clock because they're waiting for a part here at Pineview. Reverse lay-in. Jackson Reese, he's got 10. Him and Schroeder are putting on a little bit of a back-and-forth showdown. They both have 10.
Yeah, they're guarding each other. They're going at each other. You love to see it.
Watkins gives it up to Long. 2:20 left in the first half. Dickinson back to Schroeder. He's going to hoist another one. Why not?
Right.
Nothing but the bottom, Nash.
What a screen by Tim Long. Nash read it perfectly.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge.
They were trying to showcase a little back and forth, but Jackson doesn't hit this one. Aaron Dunn with the rebound. Over to Reese, driving on Dickinson. In his hip pocket, nothing there. They're going to get a Healy three. That's bricked. Rebound, and it's over the back.
I'll say, great box out by Watkins there. Definitely earned that foul.
Okay, now Jake Schroeder was applauding.
He likes the box out more than the made three, I guess.
Yeah. 25-22. Pineview now leading by 3. It's been a furious run here. 1:35 left in quarter number 2. Spanish Fork digging in defensively. Long's going to take a little 15-footer. Thought he was fouled, no call. Missed it wide. Here comes Reese to the middle. Kick it to the corner. Offensive foul. Guess who? Canyon Dickinson getting dirty.
That's a big play. I mean, that kicks out for a wide open three. Instead, it's a charge going back the other way. Great job by Canyon, sacrificing his body there.
Jackson wanted to tap the official and talk to him. The official walked away.
Smart move.
It looked pretty casual of a conversation, but he didn't get a word in. 1:15 to go, first quarter. Dickinson over to Shep. Griff's going to flip it back to Nash. Heat check time for Nash. Yes, sir. Step back three. Nope.
A little long. Good shot, though.
Yeah.
Coach Eves, you don't mind that? Your best player just hit 2 in a row. Give him another one.
Yep. Kind of felt it was coming. Reese on a curl. Shut off. Looking to lob it inside. He does. Gets it to the big guy. That's Kimball Johnson. Johnson goes 6'7". Dunn goes 6'8". So you got Twin Towers in there right now. Baseline drive and a hand check. Foul out high.
Yeah, and you can tell Spanish Fork is looking for Johnson. You know, Tim Long, most size on Pineview's handling Dunn. I think Spanish Fork feels they have an advantage with Johnson, whether it's Griffin or Canyon guarding him.
Foul went on Weston Watkins, into Johnson, inside to Dunn. Left hand, no. Put back, yep, with the left hand.
Yeah, he's tough. I mean, really soft hands, got few of his own rebounds on a couple different possessions, and quick to put it back up.
Dunn's got 8, and a lot of them have come right there. I mean, he had the one baseline 6-footer, I think the longest shot he made.
Yeah, he definitely can work in the paint.
And again, he is just a sophomore. He does not look that young, does he?
No, he does not.
Big physical kid.
Might have to check the birth certificate on that one.
5 seconds, and straight away, Shepard won't get it to go. Kimball Johnson, good strong rebound. A little 3-court runner, no. I don't know if it got out of his hand or not. Didn't make it anyway, and we've reached halftime. Coach, your thoughts? Entertaining first half. Pineview leads by 1.
Yeah, I think it's about what we thought. We definitely didn't think it was going to be a blowout in the first half. I think it's just a matter of, who can keep playing defense and then who's going to make it a priority to take good shots, maybe get to the free throw line in the second half.
On the Wilkinson scoreboard, Panthers 25, Spanish Fork 24. Don't go anywhere. Should be an exciting second half. We'll come back with the Rally Stop halftime show right after this 2-minute timeout on the Fan Sports Network, your home for Region 10 hoops.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Welcome into the Rally Stop halftime show. Devin Dixon and the Coach Casey Winters at the half. Good one here, 25-24. Coach, both these teams kind of made some runs, Both teams showed that they can score in bunches. And when it looked like, Pineview was going to start to go cold and was down 7, all of a sudden they went on a little run, and now they've got the 1-point lead at the half.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on. Little game of runs in the first half. Nash had a few bright spots. Jackson Reese, Griffin, big guy Aaron Dunn. So I think key coming into the third quarter for both coaches is let's keep up the offense, right? But let's find a way to get 2 or 3 stops in a row, maybe push this lead up to 8 or 10 by the end of the third quarter, and then see what happens in the fourth. Both teams are playing very hard, though. Like you and I just said, very entertaining first half. Lots of steals, lots of deep threes. Lots of nice one-on-one moves in the paint. So great job by both teams.
Let's run down the stats brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors for the Pineview Panthers. Nash Schroeder not only scoring 13, but he had 4 steals and really controlled the pace and played a great floor game.
Yeah, and I think that's what everyone expects out of Nash, is to be that guy that controls the tempo, kind of runs everything for Pineview. You know, let him get Griffin involved and Canyon and a few of these other guys. But yeah, very, very good first half for Nash.
6 points for Canyon. Dickinson hit a couple of threes. He had the tough job of guarding Jackson Reese. Overall, I thought he got the ball out of Jackson's hands a number of times, but Jackson Reese still led the Dons with 10. Behind Dickinson, only 4 for Shepherd, and only 4 Panthers scored. Timmy Long had 2. So out of their 25 points, only 4 guys getting it to go, and that's the same case for Spanish Fork, because behind Jackson Reese's 10, 8 for the big guy Aaron Dunn, 4 for Ethan Beckstead, and 2 for Aiden Solozano. And that was it. So, you know, not a lot of depth in the scoring. And you and I talked about that in our Finley Subaru pregame show. Who's going to be that third scorer for each team? Where's the bench points going to come from? Right now, it's kind of the stars are out.
Yeah, and I expect, you know, for Pineview, Griff's going to get going a little bit. You know, let's see what he can do. He missed a couple wide open shots, missed a couple of layups while attacking the rim. I expect him to get going. And then you're right on. Is it going to be Tim Long, you know, setting those screens and rolling? Is it going to be an Adam Moore coming in off the bench? And then for Spanish Fork, you can definitely tell their two-headed monster is Reese and Dunn. And so if I'm Pineview, let's make someone else hurt us, right? Let's not give Jackson any wide open shots, not going under any screens. Let's keep doing what we're doing on Dunn. You know, backside help, digging down, double teaming, and let's make someone else hurt us.
Haven't got our house of jump slam dunk of the game yet, but keep listening. If it happens in the second half, we're going to get you a chance to text in and get 1 hour free jump time. Appreciate Rally Stop bringing you the halftime show. Stop in all over Southern Utah, refuel, grab some gas, your favorite snacks for all your travel needs this holiday season. A couple things I want to point out. One, our Nets on Fire Region 10 scoreboard. You and I were here earlier today. Snow Canyon ran into a pretty good little performance from the Logan Grizzlies, and the Warriors get upset 57-50 despite 23 from Owen Mackey.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the beginning of that game is who's going to be that guy that helps Owen. Like, you know, Owen is going to be the focal point of every defense in the state. So is it going to be Cy? Is it going to be Will Warner? Is it going to be Bear Levitt? You know, and I think that's just something that Snow Canyon's figuring out early on in the year. Logan looks like a great team. I think they actually play again tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back. I believe they're slated for the nightcap game. So yeah, they're double dipping tonight.
Yeah, they are going to play Bountiful at 9 o'clock tonight. Then tomorrow, Dixie will double dip. One of the teams, there's supposed to be 14 teams in the Coach Walk Classic. They ended up with 13, so a couple teams are playing twice, kind of like some summer AAU ball. Where you're in a tournament,
yeah,
you have
kids
to play.
are used to it. It's probably more to the coaches that, you know, you got to double up on film and scouting reports and things like that. It's just out of the norm, you know. You're not used to it. And
you're going to get that moratorium, that holiday break, though.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, this is why this event is so good. It gives you three games. Usually it's varsity, JV, sophomore. Then you head into the break, and then it's go time when we get back. It's region play, which is what everybody looks forward to, but allows you to kind of get some finishing touches on the preseason here at this awesome event that Coach Eves puts on.
25-24, our halftime score. Pineview leading Spanish Fork by 1 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Let's get you a couple other Nets on Fire updates, building champions on and off the court. And it's Dixie come from behind win over Maple Mountain, 71-69. I think they were down double digits, and they ended up winning by 2 in a close one.
Yeah, don't count Dixie out. You know, and as I check scores every night, there's 2 teams that have really stuck out. One of them's Dixie, one of them's Skyview, maybe a third is Ridgeline, you know, that are kind of emerging. It'll be interesting to see when the RPI comes out next week, where do those guys fall. But Coach Roberts and Dixie, they're playing well. And I'm excited to watch them tomorrow night and see the progress they've made early on this year.
Yeah, you and I will have the nightcap tomorrow night. I think we got Dixie Riverton tomorrow night, you and I.
Yeah, should be a good game.
Crimson is playing right now. I'm going to see if I can track down a score on that game. And let's do this. Let's take a quick 60-second timeout. We'll come back with the second half. Pineview leads by 1. This has been the Rally Stop halftime show.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the pit at Pineview High, the Coach Walk Holiday Classic. Excited to bring you the second half. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, second half basketball presented by the Boulevard. And get on over there for the holiday sales event going on at the Boulevard Home Furnishings. Our title sponsor of high school hoops here on the Fan Sports Network. If you're listening on radio and you're almost home, just pull up your smartphone, go to thefansportsnetwork.com, and you can watch the second half live. Thefansportsnetwork.com. Beckstead hits Dunn, and we're underway. Dunn's in the corner, triple threat, a couple hard bounces, goes right to the middle of the key. They double him. It's deflected, and here comes Dickinson. Another steal by the Panthers.
Yeah, there's Nash again, digging in, got his hands on the ball, led to a Pineview turnover.
Schroeder out top to Dickinson. Now to Shepard. Panthers by one. Schroeder on a curl, thought about the three, goes to the middle, dumps it off the long. He'll go spin move, stop, up and under, nothing there. It's tipped, but Schroeder collects it. You know, you would normally be worrying about the shot clock, but it's not working yet in Pineview's gym, so no shot clock tonight. Long possession here, inside Shepard, and one, Griffin Shepard.
Great finish by Griff. Going hard to the basket, absorbs the contact, gets the harm, and the foul. That's great by Griff.
He'll head to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Don't forget the holiday coupon books are on sale. Great little stocking stuff for their 30% off all washes. You get a 10-pack for the price of just $7. So go stock up and save, or they'll make a great gift. And if you download their mobile app, the Fabulous Freddy's mobile app, you get the best wash for free to show you've downloaded the app when you're heading through the car wash, and they'll give you one for free. Shot by the big guy, Aaron Dunn. Baby right hook off the window, too strong. Here comes Shepard, hard drive, finger roll. Looked like he kind of lost it out of his hand. Maybe he wanted to dunk.
That's what I thought. I thought he was going to try to flush that one. Maybe changed his mind at the last second and got caught midair.
Beckstead inside, wraparound pass to the corner. Three in the air by Healy. Got it, nothing but the bottom. A U First Credit Union three-pointer.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams are picking right up where we left off in the first half. Kind of flurry of scoring.
To the middle of the floor, Dickinson all the way to the rack and lay it home. Canyon Dickinson starting to get it going a little bit. He's got 8.
Yeah, smooth finish there by Canyon, splitting the defense in the paint.
Another deflection. Watkins tips it, trying to save it. He does, and he gets it right to Schroeder. Schroeder, shovel pass out to Dickinson. Back to Schroeder in the corner. He'll slow it up for a sec, shake and bake, drive up over the big guy, missed it. Rebound fought for, controlled finally by Jackson Reese, and a reach-in foul against the Panthers.
Great hustle by Watkins right there, sprinting 3/4 of the court to save it. Pineview would have loved to cash in on that to extend the lead.
Halftime update, Desert Hills leads Green Canyon 27-20. That update brought to you by Nets on Fire. That one going on over at Desert Hills tonight inside this Coach Walk Classic.
Yeah, great for these guys to get home games. It's going to be interesting. I mean, just thinking about it, you know, Pineview's played, 6 of their 8 games at home to start the season. It's really going to be interesting to see how they adjust to the shot clock once they do have one. But yeah, Desert Hills, I'm sure, loves having a home game. Trying to get some momentum headed into region play as well.
Yeah, just a couple wins for Coach Allred, and his nephew Eli Allred had 13 of the 27 at the half. There's a swat out of bounds, and the students love it.
Actually, see Coach Sutterfield across the way now, scouting out one of his recruits.
Yeah. You got Coach Judkins, Coach Schroeder, Coach Sutterfield. The stars are out. Casey Winters is in the building. And That was going to be a turnover there. What was the call? I missed it.
I think it was an over the back on
Over
the
the back.
rebound, maybe.
Okay.
It looks like it was on
Beckstead, maybe.
Beckstead. Yeah, he's got 3 fouls. You know, he's an energetic player. I don't think they want to get him in too much more foul trouble. They want to keep him in the game.
Dickinson out top using a Shepherd screen. Whip pass goes right out of bounds, and Coach Eves is not happy about that turnover.
Yeah, a special play drawn up. I think Canyon thought Nash was going to be somewhere he wasn't, and unfortunate. Maybe could have had another 3 look right there from Nash.
Out top. Solizano to Dunn, 6'8", playing out there beyond the three-point line. Now he's going to make his way down into the low block, kind of on the elbow, 14 feet out. Turns, faces, goes to a turnaround shovel pass, and Schroeder with another steal.
Right place, right time for Nash once again tonight.
And Timmy Long with some pretty good defense to force that pass from the big guy.
Some of these help defenders have been a benefactor of Tim playing some really, really good defense.
Good spin move again by Schroeder, and he draws the foul. And he'll head to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
Coach Eves must have a station on spin moves practice. These guys like to go to it, and it's been effective for both Nash and Griffin tonight.
I got a question. Do you have Amazon Prime?
I do.
Can you record a game? My Seahawks are playing tonight. I spent a half an hour trying to record the game, and I couldn't figure out how.
No, I have no idea. Yeah, I usually don't record too much unless it's Yellowstone on Sunday night. So.
Yeah, so I'm all cut up on Yellowstone. That's the best show on TV. Done. Turn around left hand. Oh yeah. Well, what I'm wondering is if I go home and push play, can I start it over?
You'll find out tonight.
I was Googling it. I could. It says I could, but it said my TV is not compatible. And there's no record button, as Nash Schroeder says, I don't care about your Seahawks. There's a 3 in your eye.
Very good. Great job by Nash.
Nash Schroeder on fire. He's got 18.
And then he has a block on the backside right there. Not something he does very often, but once again, Nash is in the right place at the right time on the defensive end.
Already above his season average, came in around 16 a game. They're holding Shepherd well below his season average, though, which is, I think, top in 4A.
Yeah, he's got to be right there.
He had a couple over 30.
Yeah, 230. Jordan Eaton, I know, has had a couple 30-point games. You know, obviously Owen Mackey's going to be right there. But I expect Griff to still get going. He's still got some time left in this game.
Whistle and a foul defensively called against Pineview. That goes on Timmy Long.
The thing I like about Nash's game right now, though, Dev, is he's not forcing it, right? He hasn't taken bad shots. If someone's gapping him, he's pulling it. If they're up on him, he's getting to that spin move or a drive, and he's just taking what his Dons are giving to him.
And he's only a junior, but he's got a lot of varsity experience under his belt, which helps him.
Yeah, he doesn't get rattled very often. We spent a lot of time in Vegas and California this summer playing against some really athletic teams, and not much rattles Nash.
Fabulous Freddy's free throw, the back end no good. Panthers lead 35-30 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Here comes Schroeder, and it's thrown away by Reese. Jackson Reese gonna go up, one-hand lay-in, got it. Almost a block from Shepherd. He might have got a piece of it and still went in. And a quick timeout taken by Spanish Fork. The Dons want to talk things over as they've cut it down to a 3-point deficit. And it's gonna be a full timeout. We'll take it. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Again, Panthers lead by 3, 35-32 over Spanish Fork. Back in 30 seconds to the pit inside the Coach Walk.
It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit HolbrookAsphalt.com to discover more.
Hey, welcome back to the pit. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters. Happy holidays from all of us here on the Fan Sports Network. We're coming at you on the simulcast tonight. You can also watch this game on the fansportsnetwork.com, KSLsports.com, also picking up our stream. Start of the fourth quarter, we got a Nets on Fire update over from Crimson High.
Yeah, 44-41 Crimson headed into the fourth. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens down the stretch. You already mentioned the Dixie game that came down to the finish. It was a close one here with Snow Canyon Logan. Let's see if the Mustangs can pull it out.
And we got a whistle right out of the inbound play.
Yeah, it looks like Spanish Fork called that timeout, set up a little pressure, tried to get another steal, ended up picking up a foul. Looks like they're going to pick up a little bit of half-court pressure here, see if they can turn Pineview over, speed them up a little bit.
Now Schroeder, put him on skates and then buries the three. Nash Schroeder's got 21. You First Credit Union again.
Great move by Nash. I don't know if he bumped him a little bit, stepped on his foot, but all of a sudden the Spanish Fork defender went to the ground and Nash stepped back for another silky smooth three.
The shooting, you can tell he's been on the gun. He's been putting up the reps. And a whistle and a foul. That's number 2 on Nash as he goes and helps up Solorzano. How much do you think Nash's shot has improved? Tonight it looks dramatic from what we saw in his sophomore season last year. He was a good shooter last year, but he looks way more confident to me.
Yeah, and he's got a great shot. I mean, just when you're looking at his form, his release, the spin on the ball, he's got a good shot. And I think you mentioned it, Dev. I think he's just more confident. Obviously, Coach Eves probably has a little more confidence in him. But, you know, like we mentioned earlier, Nash has hit a few, 21 points, I believe, and hasn't had to force a shot yet.
Solorzano again, no. Misses it from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Panthers lead 38-32 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Dickinson in the middle, kick out, 3 in the air by Moore. There he is, Mr. Moore. The threes are falling from every angle in the pit tonight.
Great shot for Adam. Way to come in off the bench and be shot ready. A lot of attention on Nash and Griffin. Those are the shots that Adam's going to find, and there's that third scorer we're talking about.
Nash just rips it out of there. That is still number 5, I believe, for Schroeder. That doesn't even take into account any deflections and tips he's had tonight.
Yeah, once again, just digging down on the post. Unbelievable by Nash tonight on both ends of the floor.
Dickinson weaving through everybody, kicks it out to Moore, recollects it. Now Shepard going to drive the middle, all the way to the rack, and he got it in the foul. Panthers coming alive here in the late moments of the third quarter. An and one off for Griffin Shepard.
And it's crazy, Dev. And I know I did it as a coach as well, but you go back to that timeout that Spanish Fork took. They just scored a layup, got it to just a couple points, had some momentum. They call a timeout. And now you got Pineview on an 8-10-0 run. Really capitalized coming out of that timeout on both ends of the floor.
Here comes Big Slim into the game for the first time tonight. Trevor Condi, 6'7" junior, off the bench for Coach Eves.
And Trevor can shoot it. He's got a good stroke, kind of a stretch 4. Maybe bring a little length in here.
Whip to the corner to Reese. Back outside to Whitaker. Whitaker working against this is a little matchup zone here, a little 2-3 look by the Panthers. Inside to Dunn. Camden Smith guarding. Baseline, and Smith with the steal. And it's stolen right back by the Dons, but the little turnaround shot kind of came out of his hand awkward, and he missed everything.
Yeah, it looked like he rushed that one just a little bit.
Beckstead, I think, was just trying to go up and under like scoop shot, and it just slipped out of his hand almost, just went high off the window, didn't even catch rim. Moore thought about a shot, goes to Condi. Condi looking, hand off to Shepard. Griffin through his legs, terminates, back to Smith. Camden whips it over to Dickinson.
I think it's a good move by Coach Eves. Minute left in the third. Let's get Nash a blow right here. Give him some time, bring in Trevor Condi.
Dickinson to the middle.
I imagine we'll see Nash coming right back in to start the fourth quarter.
There's a 3 by Shepard. You First Credit Union getting their money's worth tonight. How many threes is that for the Panthers? 9?
Yeah, and that's got to be, 3 in a row? 2 or 3 in a row. 3 of their last 4 have been threes.
I think 9 or 10. And we got a timeout taken by Spanish Fork, 30-second timeout. And that's brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll keep it right here. Remind you, our player of the game, going to be a tough call tonight. That's brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware. Get on over there for a great variety of products at great prices this holiday season. Locations in the heart of Cedar City and the heart of St. George. Remember, over 55 points, Everybody can go to Yogurtland tonight and say, hey, I was listening on the Fan Sports Network. I was watching on the fansportsnetwork.com. I'm here for the big score dessert. Pineview's 8 points away.
Yeah, we're there.
The way they're hitting the three, they're going to score 75.
They got hot, and it's not just one guy, right? We've seen Nash do it for the first half and into the third quarter, but then all of a sudden, Canyon hits one, Adam hits one, Griff finally gets one to fall right there, and now you take a three-point lead into a 15-point lead headed into the fourth quarter.
Largest lead of the game right now for PV High. Dons had to take a timeout to settle the nerves a little bit here. Inside of Reese, lob it low to Dunn. Set piece play doesn't work. It's deflected out of bounds. They're just hounding Dunn in the low block.
Yeah, and great adjustment by Coach Eves right here with a few guys coming in. Go to that 2-3 zone, give Spanish Fork a different look. They've taken a minute to try to figure it out here.
Whitaker inside to Dunn. Aaron Dunn, left-hand hook, got it. That's a pretty move.
Yeah, he's got nice footwork for a big guy. Good soft touch with that left hand.
That's just a big compliment from big to big. Casey Winters loving the footwork of Mr. Aaron Dunn, only a sophomore. 20 seconds in the third quarter. Shot won't go by Shepard. Rebound by Dunn. Here he comes. Reese in transition has a foul called defensively, I believe, on Adam Moore. It was on Moore.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. You almost would have liked to see Pineview just, take the last shot there of the quarter.
Free throw, good by Jackson Reese. Jackson Reese, leading scorer for the Dons. He's got 13.
Yeah, Reese and Dunn have been awesome for the Dons tonight. And they're definitely going to need them in the fourth quarter if they're going to claw back into this game.
One other award we'll be looking to hand out tonight is our Jersey Mike sub of the game. Jersey Mike subs get it Mike's way, a sub above the rest. Be a tough choice, but Mr. Moore wants that award as he's got 2 3-pointers off the bench for Pineview.
Great shot, great pass by Canyon. Adam Moore feeling it. We caught the end of the JV game. He was hot there, carried it over into the varsity game.
60-second timeout into the third quarter. All Panthers, they lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard 50-35. We'll be right back on the Fan.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Here we go. Fourth quarter action presented by Jason Baum. Haven't had a real long bomb of the game, like a football bomb, like a baseball baseline to baseline pass, but we've seen a lot of long bombs from long range by this Pineview Panther team. Is more, they're into double-digit threes made in this game.
Yeah, and we're going to see a few more, I imagine, here.
So of their 50 points, 30 of them have come in from the three-point arc. Turnover Panthers on a baseline pass. They went through everybody out of bounds.
Which is something I don't know if you've seen from Pineview up to this point in the season. I imagine this has got to be their best shooting night of the year so far.
Hard drive inside, ball deflected, picked up by Beckstead. Beckstead, spin move with the right hand, left it short. Johnson with the rebound, Beckstead grabs it. Cross court skip to Reese, pump fake, 3 in the air, short. He gets his own miss. Jackson Reese finger roll and a block call. Jackson Reese will head to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
Yeah, Reese's great job following his shot right there, getting to the free throw line. Key for Spanish Fork, let's score with the clock stopped, right? And let's do a really good job. I imagine we'll see some more pressure for them. So if I'm Pineview, let's make sure we take care of the ball and let's get some good quality possessions on the offensive end.
Reese misses the first from the line.
Spanish Fork struggling from the line, Dev.
Yeah, they are.
They haven't had a great night from the free throw line.
And the second one's good. Remember, we're 5 points away from the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. And all of our listeners and viewers can head over to the St. George Yogurtland, just the St. George Yogurtland. Dickinson almost had it stolen, but gets it over to Shepard. Shepard left-handed whip pass to Schroeder. Schroeder with a little baseline J. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was smooth. Great shot fake on the three-point line. Nice little pull-up from 15.
Nash has, I think, a season-high 23. Colby Healy with a little answer right there, and it's 52-39. Dawn's now jumping to a press.
I bet Nash is shooting 75%. He hasn't missed very many shots. He's had good looks, and he's made the Dons pay tonight.
I think he's 4 for 6 from 3. Maybe he's 6 for 8 for 3. He's got 23, and most of his shots have come from deep. Did have a lay-in. That was a mid-range J.
Yeah, had a couple nice spin moves in the paint.
Yeah. Probably 5 for 7. Not tracking that. Attempts tonight. Offensive foul called against Pineview.
Tough one there, just trying to feed the hot hand and got a little aggressive with the screen there. Got an update from Crimson, Dev. Mustangs are now down 2 to Riverton with 4:11 left in the fourth quarter.
Uh-oh. That's not good. They've been playing pretty good. They got a talented team, as you well know. Inside, ball deflected out of bounds.
Yeah, the Mustangs over there, they got some size. Jordan Eaton's been, he came right from football, and, man, he's filling up the basket.
Reese at the free throw line. Got another Nets on Fire update for you after the next dead ball. We'll get it to you. Johnson inside to Dunn. Dunn, left hand off the window, got it. Into the third quarter, Desert Hills leads by 10, 44-34 against Green Canyon here in the Coach Walk Classic. So Pineview's winning, Desert Hills is winning, and Crimson all of a sudden is trailing. Region 10 has a chance to have a pretty good record on day one. And there's another three by Nash Schroeder. You First Credit Union, nothing but the bottom.
Spanish Fork has got to get out. I mean, I know Nash has hit a few of those pull-ups, but you can't let him keep shooting wide open threes. There's no way you'll get back. I'll trade a Nash Schroeder 3 for an Aaron Dunn 2 all night long.
Yeah, no question. No question. Nice little reverse lay-in there by Adam Whitaker, the senior guard. And they trap again. They break it ahead to Weston Watkins. Over to Dickinson. Dickinson, Long, Shepard, Schroeder. Timmy Long with a nice little move in the low block.
I like Tim. He plays hard. A little bit undersized against an Aaron Dunn or a Kyle Lemke or something like that. But, man, if he gets the ball in the paint, he can finish and score. And he very well could be that third, fourth scorer that Pineview needs.
All right, we'll take it. Timeout on the floor brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We're raining threes at the pit tonight, and Pineview up by 14, 57-43. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back on the Fan Sports Network.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
I'm Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple. Supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Appreciate Rory on the camera, Matt Hamlin, our producer, on the live stream, coming at you on the fansportsnetwork.com, also on KSLSports.com. I'm Devin Dixon, and joined by Casey Winters. And, Coach, Pineview shoots like this in region play. The rest of the region going to have trouble keeping up because they put on a clinic from outside.
Yeah, they say, I mean, the three's a great equalizer. And like we said, Aaron Dunn's been doing some work in the paint, but, you know, Pineview's decided to go from the three-point line. And the key right now is going to be, can they handle the pressure without turning the ball over?
Whitaker made that bucket for the Dons to cut it back down to 12. Shepard from the corner. That won't go. Shot off the mark. Rebound Johnson. Lead pass ahead. Tough catch, but handled by Jackson Reese. Reese gets it over to the big guy, Dunn. Cross-court skip. Whitaker to Healy. Healy will back it out near half court. Kobe Healy goes left side, now to the corner. Drop it into Dunn. Good low block position. Bully ball and double dribble. He double dribbled.
I was about to say that. It looked like he did double from up here. I think the key for Tim Long right now is you can't let Dunn get to his left hand. He's battling in there. Let's try to make him use his right hand a little bit here.
Nets on Fire update as there's a turnover by Pineview. 20 seconds left. Crimson is down 52-51. We'll keep you posted. Corner three by Whitaker. No. Rebound Nash. Schroeder. Schroeder across half court. Left-hand dribble. He's fouled. Healy bumped him.
Crimson had a game like that last week against Harriman where they were down 3, a chance to tie it. They ended up missing a 3 at the buzzer, so let's see if they can pull it out tonight.
4:06 to go. Appreciate Jason Baum at Bay Equity Home Loans, proud sponsor of High School Hoops. Visit baumloans.com. First-time home buyers, refinances, they got you covered with every type of mortgage you might need. Schroeder, first one good from the stripe. Also, this is probably our Bose Auto Parts critical part of the game as Schroeder hits the second. And I mean that for Spanish Fork. If they don't make a run right now, they're out of time.
Yeah, you know what? Pineview's done a great job extending that lead. I think it was a 32-35 game at one point. Pineview's done an exceptional job. There's Nash with another steal. He's got to be close to a double-double with points and steals. He's been all over the court tonight.
No question about it. I'm just thinking of that's his 6th just straight up rip out where he's just reached in the cookie jar and said, guess cookie's mine. But then he's had a couple other deflections and stuff that might go down as a steal too that could get him close to that 10 mark. I think you're exactly right. And now we got another timeout. We'll take this one. 30-second timeout presented by Cache Valley Bank. On the Wilkinson scoreboard, Panthers lead 59-45. You're listening to Region 10 Hoops here on
this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, we're back, everybody, here with 3:40 remaining. And we got 3 Region 10 games going here inside the Coach Walk Classic. This one, Pineview has in their grasp right now as they have got a little 3-for-all going from the arc tonight. Schroeder leads everybody with 28 points now for Schroeder. That's a game high and a season high for Nash. Desert Hills is up 10 last we heard, but Crimson is now down 3 with 11 seconds and a chance to tie. They need to triple the tie, maybe send that game into overtime. We'll keep you posted. All our Region 10 updates all season long brought to you by Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Check out all the camps and training sessions available at netsonfire.org. All right, we got a whistle and a foul down low. This one's going against Canyon Dickinson. Now, Nash Schroeder, after he got that charge, he's got 4.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see if you're Pineview. But Nash, you know, like I said, he's been in these situations. Just don't pick up a dumb one, right? Finish this game. We need you on the floor to take care of the ball, knock down some free throws. Just don't get a silly foul.
And again, the struggles from the fabulous Freddy's free throw line for the Dons. They miss again. They've split most of their trips, but overall, that's not going to get it done when you're trying to come back.
No, and I mean, that's what you want. You want to get to the free throw line with the clock stop, be able to set up your pressure, but you got to capitalize once you get there.
And both free throws no good, but Johnson grabs the offensive rebound to the corner, and it's a ball that's ripped out of there. Solizano falls down, and they say he steps out of bounds, and he paid for it. Looks like he got shaken up a little bit, holding his head. Again, Bose Auto Parts, crucial part of the game. When you're needed that crucial part for your vehicle, go to Bose, locations all over Southern Utah. Dickinson will race ahead. 2-sport star. He's one of the strikers on the Pineview soccer team, and he saw his speed, and then he gets fouled.
Yeah, he is a blur out there, man. He's got to be one of the fastest kids in the region, end to end, which is a huge asset, especially when you're trying to break some pressure here.
And you can tell he's worked hard and come a long way, and is really excited about his senior season. Ball handling looks really good. See how his free throw shooting is he has 2 from the line. Canyon Dickinson, the first one. Actually, that's a 1-on-1, excuse me, and he missed it. Here come the Dons. Jackson Reese flips it over to Aaron Dunn. Dunn to Johnson. Back to Reese. Can't wait too long. Got attack here. Reese does, and a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jackson Reese tonight has 14 and looking for more from the free throw line. Again, don't forget the coupon books are on sale through the holidays. Stock up for yourself or make a great gift. All 30% off every wash. And while you're there, download their mobile app and you'll get the best wash for free.
So that was 5th on Nash right there. So big development. 3 minutes left. 14-point lead, 3 minutes. Let's see if Pineview can hang on here.
Into the third, Jazz and Pelicans in a tight one tonight. 95-91 Pelicans.
I'd love to be there to see Zion bang on someone. Oh, man, that dude is incredible.
He is. He's having a good season. Good to see him staying healthy for a while, too.
So it looks like Spanish Fork is fouling early. They're going to try to drag this game out with 3 minutes left. Make Pineview make some shots from the free throw line. I think they can keep extending this lead if they'll just take care of business from the foul line.
Dickinson's going to be the primary ball handler now with Schroeder fouling out. With over 3 minutes to go, Dickinson makes this one. Did we get a final yet from Crimson?
Not yet. It looks like we're still in the last seconds. Sounds like Crimson had a chance, turned it over, but then Riverton turned it right back over. So not sure if we're in a timeout or what's going on over there.
Keep you posted. And second, Fabulous Freddy's free throw by Dickinson is good. So Lozano, waist-high dribble, whip pass to Healy. Healy goes to Johnson, free throw line jumper, too strong. Rebound, Aaron Dunn. Dunn off the window and a foul. Timmy Long caught him on the elbow.
And if I'm Pineview right there, make him earn it, right? Aaron Dunn's proven that he can score in the paint. Not a bad foul there. Let's see what kind of free throw shooter he is.
Here is the first for Dunn. Got it. That one looked pretty good.
Sounds like Crimson fouled in the waning seconds, so it sounds like Riverton's at the free throw line to try to extend a 3-point lead.
And second one by Dunn, good. 61-48 our score. With a 13-point lead, they got to deal with the pressure here. Dickinson races ahead.
Yeah. If I'm Pineview, remember, no shot clock. No shot clock.
Play a little keep away?
Yeah, let's keep it spread out. Let's get a layup if we have it. If not, let's go earn it from the free throw line.
Panthers, everything, all the passing beyond the three-point line. I think you got a foul pretty soon here. Maybe not. Turnover. Watkins lost the handle. Here comes Johnson. He trucked him. Oh,
and one.
What do I know?
Wow.
Was he moving?
Ooh, that was bang bang, Deb. I thought he had sprinted back and got in position to take that charge.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But referee was a little closer to the play and said otherwise, and it's a and one opportunity for Johnson. There was a lot of contact. And free throw won't go. So lead is 11, 61-50. And now we got a foul over the back call against the Dons. So we're going to walk it down for free throws.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Both teams in the double bonus. 11-point game. Crazier things have happened. Let's see if Pineview can close the door on this by making some free throws and then taking care of the ball. Coming back the other way, not giving Spanish Fork any transition buckets or easy layups or wide open threes off turnovers.
Griffin Shepard, free throw, got it. Shepard, kind of a quiet night for his standards. He's only got 14.
Yeah, and like I say, he kind of came alive, hit a three, had a couple buckets right there in the paint that kind of helped him extend that lead when it was only a 3-point game. Griff plays so hard. He's a fun player to watch, even a fun player to coach against, just because you know he's going to go 100% anytime he's on the floor.
Well, you wanted a big three. You've got 3 in double figures for the Panthers. Schroeder fouled out with 28. Shepard now has 15, and Dickinson also has 10. So you've got that trio that scored well tonight.
Trio, Tim Long's probably right there, 6-8 points. Adam Moore has the 2 threes. So I think this is probably what Coach Eves was looking for, just a balanced effort, you know, heavy with Griffin and Nash, but then having some of these other guys step up and score the ball.
And you can tell there's been an emphasis on the defense. A lot of turnovers by the Dons.
A lot of turnovers,
now, Pine View's had their fair share as well. They got to clean that up.
Yeah, yep. And no better time than now to kind of take care of the ball and drag this game out.
Watkins is fouled. 1:51 to go. They want to put Weston Watkins on the line. Foul by Jackson Reese. So Watkins, I mean, Pineview's going to win this game if they make free throws. You got to believe, unless they leave a couple off the board, and they did.
And I know you'd love to have Nash in there, but if I'm Coach Eves, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this is good, right? There's going to be a time where Nash isn't in the game, so let's let Canyon and Adam Moore and Weston kind of bring us home right here. So great opportunity for some of these guys to cash in the game with Nash fouled out.
On the elbow, Johnson. Minute 40 left. Shot, runner down the lane with the lay-in, no. And then a collision between teammates, and that gives it back to Spanish Fork. Dunn's going to take a 3 short. Rebound, fought for. Controlled by Watkins. He'll flip it over to Shepard. Griffin's going to get it to Canyon. Canyon Dickinson's going to be fouled with 1:20 on the clock. Pineview up by 12 points, 64-52.
And I think that's it. That's it for Reese. I think that might be his 5th foul. He's walking over to the bench right now. Great effort for him tonight for the Dons. You know, he was going back and forth with Nash all night long, but eventually got his 5th foul.
(57-54) over at Crimson. They trailed by 3. The last 20 seconds, it seems like they're taking an eternity from our updates.
Yeah, probably a few timeouts, some free throws.
Pineview trying to ice this game from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Dickinson got it. Just coming up, we'll have the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. I believe Coach Eves is going to come chat with us.
Be good to get Coach Eves up here, especially after the first win of the season. Allow him to soak it in a little bit up here.
Turnover Dons. They didn't need a turnover. They needed a 3 there. And Pineview looking real good to get their first elusive win of the season. They came into this game 0-5. They're up 14 with 1:11 to go.
So are they going to overtime, Dev?
I don't know.
Someone said that Jordan Eaton hit a half-court shot at the buzzer to send him to overtime.
Wow. How do you not love Jordan Eaton? Bucket down low, good for the Pineview Panthers. Was that Griffin Shepard? He's got 17, and now a timeout with 56 seconds to go. And we got a Cache Valley Bank timeout. So they're going to overtime.
A little drama over at Crimson Cliffs.
So Jordan Eaton hits a half quarter to tie Riverton at the buzzer?
Not surprised at all the way Jordan's been shooting the ball. I think he had 2 30-point games last week. Coach Fairborn must be having a little half-court shootout there at the end of practice.
That kid is a fun kid to watch play the game. He has one motor, and it's
tough as nails.
Yep.
That's a kid. He could walk into any program, and any coach would just love to have him.
Yep. Yeah, you know, and I'm a little uncertain. I always thought his first love was basketball, but boy, it sounded like he had a lot of fun playing football this past fall.
Yeah, and he
good.
Killed it. I mean, I think football fits his nature because he can just go blow people up and run them over.
Under a minute to go. Dons look like they're going down day 1 of the Coach Walk Classic. Non-conference games between these two teams. Dons have emptied the bench, and so is Coach Eves. So you got a bunch of guys we haven't even seen tonight out there. Kind of a classy move. Both teams going to the bench in that timeout. Saying, okay, you got us. A lot of teams won't pull their starters until the other one does, but they both pulled them in the same timeout. Do you think something was said there?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, maybe they're just thinking alike, trying to get some younger guys some time here to
Well, you got to
finish
save
up the
legs
game.
for the next 2 days, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of ball to be played yet this weekend.
Hook shot won't go. Condi with the rebound. Into the front court. 14 seconds on the clock. The student section wants a three.
They're not going to get it.
They're going to get a turnover. All the way in with the right-hand shot won't go. Put back, that won't go. And rebound to Condi again. And that'll do it. Pineview notches their first win of the season in the Skip Walk Classic.
Good job, Pineview. They played great tonight, both ends of the floor. You know, there were just very few stretches where they weren't doing what they were supposed to defensively. I thought they did a great job offensively, letting the game come to them. A lot of easy shots. But, yeah, they definitely opened it up there in the third quarter with their shooting from the three-point line.
Nash Schroeder with 28. Pineview wins it. Final score 68-52. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back with the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. We'll clean it all up. Hopefully we'll have a chat with Coach Eves about the tournament, about the first win of the season, and then we'll put a bow on this. Hopefully we'll have enough time to get you an update on the Desert Hills game against Green Canyon and the Crimson game, which is now in overtime against Riverton. 2-minute timeout. Panthers win it tonight. Stay with us.
Crimson's up 1.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show for all your kids' dental needs. Go see why so many parents choose Dr. Cody at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry for all your children's needs. You can always get that new patient special. You get the exam, the x-rays, and the cleaning for your kids for one low price. Give them a call, 656-0511. Devin Dixon, Casey Winters, 68-52. You know, it was a one-point game at half, Coach, and Pineview just put the metal down in the second half, and a lot of their damage done to Spanish Fort came from beyond the arc. I don't have the final percentage of three-point shooting tonight, but my guess is Pineview was north of 50%.
Yeah, and they extended that. I go back to it. Spanish Fort made a layup, cut the game to 2 or 3, called a timeout, and then Pineview came back and hit 3 threes in a row and had a layup. And that kind of is where we ended the game. So great run by Pineview right there in the middle of the third quarter to get this game to double digits, and then they were able to hang on.
So Pineview wins tonight. Dixie won earlier today. Snow Canyon dropped just their second loss of the season, 57-50. And Crimson is in overtime, and Desert Hills was up 10. Last we heard a score from that game.
Yeah, Crimson 64-64, a minute and a half left. So coming down to crunch time again over there at Crimson Cliffs.
The field house, as I like to call it.
The field house.
Yeah. The corral just wasn't good for me.
Yeah,
You know?
corral, I mean, yeah.
The field house has got like a majestic
it.
feel, like a stallion, like a Mustang running through the pasture.
I like it.
The field house. We are in the post-game show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everybody. Time to hand out some awards. First and foremost, though, it's in effect easily tonight. The Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert. So if you're watching or listening, head to the St. George Yogurtland, ask for the Big Score Dessert. 5 ounces free frozen yogurt for everyone that mentions it. So you bring your wife and your 4 kids, you all get 5 ounces free. If you go a little over, you might pay a few cents, but you'll save a ton of money. It's a great, fun promotion. We love our partnership with Holbrook Asphalt and Yogurtland, and the Big Score Dessert is in effect. We'll start handing out some awards. Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game, pretty easy tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, Nash Schroeder, I mean, phenomenal game for him, probably without a doubt the best game he's played this season, and hopefully, you know, jumpstarts him and this Pineview team to go on a little run here before Region 10 play starts. But, you know, spin moves, floaters, pull-up jumpers, and then obviously he did a lot of damage from the three-point line.
Yeah, the 3 was falling for the Panthers tonight. I think they hit 12 threes, maybe 13. I lost track, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and that's, I mean,
that's a high number for high school.
Yeah, when you don't have a ton of inside presence, Tim Long does his work and does the best he can. But, man, having guys that can come out and shoot and hit threes like that really, you know, you look at Spanish Fork, they had Aaron Dunn who did work in the paint. But, you know, trading those 2 for 3s just didn't work for Spanish Fork tonight.
You've also got a couple things to hand out more. The defensive play of the game is brought to you by Morgan Pest Control. We love our partnership with them, the schools, as they're doing the 60 for schools to celebrate 60 years. You can always get your first 4 pest control sprays for $60. And the defensive play of the game, I thought it was going to be the block, but then the ref, or the charge taken by Benson Shepard, but instead they called a charge, well, I got it backwards, but you know the play I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where Johnson's going full
yeah.
speed there. So I'm trying to think what the best defensive play. I mean, Schroeder had so many thievery-type pickpocket plays.
And I think it's kind of just that. I think the game plan Coach Eves brought out defensively to just pester the post. Double it, backside help, dig in the post. I mean, that really helped Pineview get as many turnovers as they did. So, yeah, kind of a weird defensive award, but yeah, I mean Nash had probably 6 or 7 steals tonight.
Yeah, at least. So we'll go with the double post thievery, mainly by Schroeder as your defensive play of the game. As for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game and our Jersey Mike sub of the game, thoughts on the Jersey Mike sub of the game? I think it's more coming off the bench with the microwave three-pointers. He hit a couple of them. And it really was right in the middle of Pineview's run as they were building that lead that they never relinquished.
Yeah, I think you're right. Adam comes in 2 for 2. Don't think he had a turnover, you know, and really hit him in that crucial stretch in the third quarter where Pineview was trying to extend their lead.
So your Jersey Mike's sub of the game, a sub above the rest. Get it Mike's way. A couple Southern Utah Jersey Mike's locations. Stop on by for lunch tomorrow while you're out doing your holiday shopping or making your way to the local gymnasiums for more holiday Coach Walk Classic.
Crimson wins by 4.
Wow.
So takes a half-court heave at the buzzer to get it to overtime. But Crimson comes out on top.
And I got to believe
big win for the Mustangs.
Jordan Eaton was monstrous in that game.
Yeah, hard to believe that it would be anyone else.
Wow, OT win for the Mustangs. So we'll see them tomorrow night. We'll have them tomorrow night. I think it's the 6:30 game tomorrow night. I'll be on the call on that one with Ben, and then Casey, you and I will do the nightcap tomorrow night, which is Dixie Riverton, and Riverton's just lost in overtime to Crimson.
Yeah, and like we said, that's going to be huge for Crimson come RPI time Monday. You know, that's a big win against a 6A team that Riverton, you know, it's always a solid solid team from up there in Salt Lake County.
One more award, our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. It's easier than you think to buy, direct, and save. The #1 playmakers in the appliance business at AWP. And, man, that early spin move lay-in by Schroeder on the baseline comes to mind. The step-back triple by Schroeder. I love the three right before the half. Who hit that one? Was that Moore or was it somebody else?
I think that was who was that? I'm trying to remember who
but
that
gave
was.
Pineview a 25-24 lead.
Yeah.
Was it Canyon Dickinson?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It may have been Canyon, yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that sticks out in my mind is that spin move. But then we did see that nasty little step back for three right in the middle of that run in the third quarter. I think I'll go with the step back.
Yeah, and when you have 28, you're going to get a number of awards. And you had as good an offensive and defensive performance. Unfortunately, fouled out with a little over 3 minutes to go, but Pineview still able to win it really easily, 68-52, to get their first win of the season. This is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. I was buying a little time. We're handing out the awards. Coach Eve said he was going to come join us, but I don't see him or the team that have broke from the locker room. So we'll see if he comes out here. Let's recap the day. Crimson wins by 4 in overtime over Riverton. Riverton will play tomorrow night against Dixie. Dixie won 71-69 today over Maple Mountain.
Yeah.
Logan is the winner from out of the northern teams as they beat Snow Canyon 57-50. That was an impressive win for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and it was good for us to get our eyes on them. I know Green Canyon is down here as well. We saw the other Cache Valley schools a couple weekends ago. Yeah, and then full slate tomorrow, full slate on Saturday. So it's going to be interesting to see. This tournament kind of has the state tournament atmosphere where you're playing 3 games in a row. It's always good to know what it feels to play back-to-back-to-back. So really interested to see how the rest of the weekend goes, especially for our Region 10 teams.
By the way, Desert Hills also winning. This one just went final a moment ago. Desert Hills has won over Green Canyon 65-49. So Lincoln Holmes had 20, Eli Allred had 15. So a nice win over a 4A school that you could maybe face in a postseason type game, like a first or second round matchup. You never know. Everybody still gets into the playoffs for one more season. What are they going to do when they have 4 classifications with the approved realignment today? You can't take everybody, are you?
No, I think so. I mean, that's what they've done with 5 and 6A up to this point. Spread it out. You'll still have a bunch of byes that first round. But, by the time you get to that second round, you'll be down to 16 teams. So, yeah, the thing is it's just going to provide for kind of some more of those matchups that naturally should happen in the first round. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
What's the biggest surprise today? Was it Snow Canyon losing?
Yeah, I do think so. I think, when we first started that telecast, we thought that, Snow Canyon was gonna get that one. They got off to a great start, and then Logan came roaring back and dirtied up the game a little bit and ended up getting Snow Canyon in the first game of the tournament.
Now joining us up in the booth, the winning coach for the first time this year, which has to feel good, Coach Ryan Eves. Coach, congratulations. When you're on 5, you wanted it for the guys tonight, and they came through. Great shooting performance for your guys down there.
Yeah, we did. We shot the ball well. We're definitely, looking at percentages, but it started on the defensive end for us tonight. Like Schroeder was out in the lane all night, getting deflections. We were battling their big with 0 size. I mean, Tim's just battling his butt off, frustrated. I'm like, what? It is what it is, man. You're going against Goliath out there. You just got to battle, and I thought he did.
He drew praise from another big in the booth. Casey was praising his defense tonight.
Yeah, he plays hard. He really does. He's a great kid.
Well, we thought, Coach, just your game plan overall of, your backside help, front in the post, digging down where Nash got a lot of those steals. I mean, Aaron Dunn, he still got a bunch of buckets in the paint, but you guys made it very, very difficult for him, and I thought you guys did a great job making him work for every bucket that he got.
Yeah, early we did dig down and got some tips and deflections and steals. I felt like the second half we kind of left Tim on an island a little bit, thinking that he's gonna go one-on-one with this guy. It's like, no, you got to dig. You got to stay true to the game plan. And I thought we did a pretty good job tonight.
Have you seen the final statistics yet, Coach, on how many steals you guys had?
No, not yet.
I bet Nash had 7 tonight.
Yeah, I think he had probably 5, 6 for sure.
Yeah. Was that the best game you've seen Nash play?
Both ends, 100%.
Yeah.
Because he's engaged. He's such a talented kid, and when he knows when he engages on the defensive end, he's got unreal hands. I've never coached a kid that in practice we're in 2-on-1 drills and he's getting stops 2-on-1. He just has a knack for defense. When he wants to, he's a dang good defender.
I thought, Coach and I were talking in the pregame about how you needed somebody other than Griffin Nash to really step up and have that third and fourth option. And I thought Dickinson did a good job tonight. And I thought Adam Moore coming off the bench gave a spark for you guys.
Yeah, Adam was huge. He hit some big threes for us in that second half. He's a good athlete. He's young, sophomore. But I thought he played great tonight, yeah.
What'd you tell the kids in the locker room?
Just celebrate, man. That's a win. We haven't played terrible basketball. We didn't play great last week, but it's tough, man. There's some good teams in Utah, and I felt like we played some really good teams, and it hasn't gone our way, so hopefully we can get back on track.
What would Coach Walk told them in the locker room after this game? Celebrate?
He would have just smiled and said, great job. He was very few words, just a big smile and great job, guys. Love you. That's what he would have said.
Does it mean more to win it in the first game of the Coach Walk Classic? I mean, you would have rather had it 2 weeks ago, I know. But does it feel good tonight in this setting? You're the host school of this tournament.
Yeah, like I tell the guys, a win's a win. We have to do whatever it takes. We're just to that point, we've had some rough games. We're going into region here in another 2 weeks. We got to be ready to go.
The only game we didn't get a final on was Cedar. I don't know if I saw a final on Cedar. I don't know if they won or not. But the only Region 10 team in the Classic today to lose was Snow Canyon.
Yeah.
A surprising upset. Logan beat them 57-50. Crimson wins in overtime. Desert Hills wins going away over Green Canyon. You guys blow them out at the end of the day. It didn't feel like a blowout, but at the end, the inning score was kind of lopsided.
Well, it was funny. When he started subbing, I'm like, all right, because I was sweating bullets. 3 minutes, and we're fouling every 5 seconds with 3 minutes left. And so he subs with a minute
You're
and a half.
like yelling there, we're not using the shot clock tonight, guys.
Don't even get me going on that one.
Hey, can you tell us, we were saying we think you're missing a part or something?
Yeah. So they sent us the adapter that connects everything, but it was the wrong one. So they've sent that back, and now we're just waiting on the actual correct one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So are we using the shot clock at all in this tournament, or are all the schools turning them off?
No, as far as I know, everybody. I've told the coaches, anybody that has one, we're using it. I was really hoping it would be here this weekend.
Yeah.
They told us 4 to 8 weeks. It's been about 7. I'm like, well, come on.
Since you sent the wrong one back.
They told us 4 to 8 weeks. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
well,
tough.
good luck getting it before Christmas now.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe Santa can put it on his sleigh coming out from the North
That's a
Pole.
great idea. I'll drive. Hey, I'll take it. I'm not kidding. I'll go wherever I need to go to pick it up. I'll get on a bus or a plane. I mean, come on.
Well, it's great. Thanks for the hospitality, Coach. Thanks for the meal. I mean, Coach Walker's family always does such a great job feeding the coaches and the players and even the media, the dumb media. I got a good piece of chicken, some roast beef, and some mashed potatoes. Coach Winters forgot about the food.
Yeah.
He stopped at Panda on the way over here.
He was too busy coaching last year. He didn't have a chance. He'll get used to it.
I won't make that mistake tomorrow night.
Hey, go enjoy it with the guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Guys. Appreciate you.
Ryan Eves here inside our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. That's going to wrap things up for us. 68-52, Pineview wins it. Lots of awards to go around. And don't forget, go ahead and head over there and get your Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert at the St. George Yogurtland, easily going over 55 points. Real quick, before we sign off, we've got 4 games tomorrow. 4 games tomorrow right here on the live stream and on the Fan Sports Network. All these games are coming from Crimson's main gym. Logan Dixie will be our first game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Cedar Bountiful at 3:30. Crimson Spanish Fork at 6:30. And then Dixie and Riverton at 8 o'clock. And you and I will have the nightcap tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got Liv Hamlin here photobombing us.
Livy's,
contender.
hey, she can do whatever. Isn't she
Right,
leading
she's a
4A in
hooper,
scoring?
man.
So she can do whatever she wants.
She is a hooper,
Yeah.
man. We're going to have to call one of her games.
She's got more offers that coming her way than anybody in Southern Utah, I think. My goodness. We got to go. We're out of time. Pineview wins it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Colin back in the studio. Matt, Rory, Casey. I'm Devin. Have a great night. 4 more games tomorrow inside the Coach Walk Classic. We'll have recaps tomorrow morning on the show. We'll have a lot more on the realignment today, as we've got now like 28 teams in 4A for next year. That's going to be a hot topic tomorrow on the morning show. We'll have the Thursday night game to recap, Jazz Pelicans to recap. It's going to be a busy morning tomorrow. I hope you can tune in from 7 to 9 a.m. on the Fan Sports Network. Good night from the pit inside the Coach Walk Classic.